Okay, I'm back for another tarot reading for the day. It is February 5th, 2013. Um, Looking kind of crazy for today. I've got, using my Drocraft deck, I've got Three of Swords right there. And actually, I'm thinking health issues um, popped in my mind, but I have the Star card, but it's reversed. So, somebody needing to have some faith there. Um, and I have that Nine of Swords. This came up again. This has been coming up a lot for me, so I think there's a lot. This could be connection here when I said health worries coming up. There's some issues that maybe that's what the deal is something that's not to worry about too bad. So either way, I've got let me see, a 17 and a 9 is 26, and a 3 is 29. So 9 plus 2 is 11. Now, it breaks down to 1 plus 1, which is a 2, but it's a master number. So, master numbers is always dealing with spiritual understandings and awareness. A lot of inspiration comes with this number also, but it's about teaching and wisdom. Idealism is a big key thing, but it's a lot of going on intuition and paying attention to your intuition very strongly when that number 11 comes up. But when it's broken down, it's a number 2, and the number 2 is all about, the need for balance. And a lot of times I'll find this between two different people, two people or two things, when that 2 comes up. But it's kind of also it's a time for patience. You need things seem to take a little bit of time. Kind of a slow development, but movement is steady. So things something that's going on seems to be moving a little slower than you like. Again, it's about balance, trying to regain balance and harmony. And cooperation is a big deal with the number 2, because the number 2, of course, you have to deal with others. So there's partnerships, and so anything of that nature is definitely something that's very, very strong. Now, noting that this is also a number 11, the number 2 has a strong connection with more of a religious and metaphysical interest. There is some creativity that happens in the 2s. Now, the actual creation of something that comes with the 3, but it begins here with the 2s. So um, it's basically things that's been started previously with the number 1. It's kind of working on those and making those happen. That's it's not normally, you don't make major changes or anything with the number 2 when it comes up. It's just something that's started on, and that you are working on. Now, the first card that I actually got here, and I don't like this card. This is a Three of Swords, and it could be, now if it's health issues, there could be somebody that's needing to go get some shots, maybe 3 shots. Don't know. Um, but that popped up, and this is something that needs to be cut out of your life when that Three of Swords come up. There's a necessary cutting that comes up. There's going to be emotional issues, emotional pain, love relationships. There can be definite problems going on there. A lot of deep feeling going on there, especially with this Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords is about worry and so forth. And that central card being the Star in reverse shows not looking at the bright side of things, and even though it's showing that, hey, things are good, but there's a lot of deep emotional deal going on. Even though these are swords, these are air, a lot of this, of course, your emotions are triggered by your mind, so that's going to be dealing with the mind. But the Three of Swords, it normally there's something that you either cry about or you're mourning about. Again, like I said, this is a daily reading, so this could be somebody around me. Um, but it's definitely stress. There's a lot of stress with these 2 cards showing up in here together. So they're, you know, maybe somebody's having a lot of worries and stress over losing a loved one. Maybe I'll hear about something like that today. Um, and again, I see somebody in bed, and this with this right here can also, again, like I said, health issues. So more than likely, I'm going to be hearing about sickness and so forth, and somebody that needs to stay in bed also. Um, is how I'm kind of interpreting how that's kind of coming to me today. But anyway, a lot of stress, irritation, um, something to look at. And like I said, I don't really think it's going to be around here. It may well be others around me. So the Central card, and of course, is the Major Arcana card. Love the Star card. Star card's one of the most positive cards in the entire deck. Now, of course, it is reversed, and reverse basically is saying that there are beneficial changes and everything that do seem to come up. It seems that with that, when it comes up reversed, you're not looking at the positive things. You're looking at the negative things when that card comes up reversed, because it's a lot about being pessimistic. If somebody's trying to offer you help or anything, especially a woman. There seems to be a woman that's usually connected, a woman that's trying to offer help. It's saying that somebody's trying to reject that help, and you definitely need to accept the help. But some kind of delays and happiness, and anything that comes up reverse shows delays. But there's the feeling of being disappointed and kind of, like I said, pessimistic. Now you also need to watch for judgment on this card here, because you do have two things with the number two, and she's trying to balance two things. You can see the card. She's not really balancing. She's pouring through things, but that kind of comes to me also with a judgment deal, and the number two for the day. You know, being judged or judging other people. Not to be pessimistic about it, but just try to be more positive. But you could miss out on opportunities when this comes up reversed like that, because of being maybe too pessimistic and a bit too aloof. Backed off from a situation and not getting involved in it. But normally, like I said, this is such a positive card, even when it's reversed. It's basically it's not being aware of the positive, good things that you have in your life, the things that's around you. Um, maybe some plans get delayed or something like that, or maybe some delays and something you're working on. But it's still saying that you have no reason to not have faith. That it's basically worrying too much about things that aren't really. Especially sitting beside this card here, that maybe worries and stuff like that, they're not realistic and so forth. It's saying that you definitely need to look at the light with the star right there, and quit thinking about the negative, positive things, because of course putting that energy out, you are eventually going to bring more negative things to yourself in that way. Um, but it's kind of a feeling where you feel like there's no hope, or you know um, especially in this spread here, because there's a lot of negativity here. There's somebody that's feeling like there's a lot of they've lost hope. Maybe they're even a bit depressed. But I think a lot of this is illness right here, and the whole thing is it's saying that everything's going to turn out fine, especially sitting next to this Nine of Swords. You just simply need to think more positive about the situation. Now that Nine of Swords, it came up, and that's came up again. That's the Nightmare card. That's worries, things that are on your mind, keeping you up at night. Um, and it can be illness, definitely, because it is a sword, and especially with another swords here, just the way this is set up. And I get there's definitely going to be some issues with somebody in an illness type situation. Maybe they're worrying too much about something that's, you know, I don't think going to be quite as big as um, what maybe they're afraid of. It could be me. I have some concerns, and that this is actually good to see this coming up. But this is, like I said, this is your nightmare card. It's all about being sad and worrying, having a lot of stress on you, and maybe even some thoughts keep popping in your mind, and you can't tell if it's your intuition. And that's the thing with a number 11. You have to be very, very good with discerning what is real and what's coming from your mind and playing tricks on you. So some things that may pop in your head could be just basically your mind playing tricks on you, and a lot of worries um, about a situation that's coming up. But anyway, um, this card always comes up. I almost every time. I've never really seen it not come up and not be the things that you worry about the most, the things that you're afraid that'll happen, that are going on in your mind, especially sitting beside this star card here. Um, they're in your mind. They're not things that basically come to pass. You're basically worrying yourself over, any type of situation where you overthink it, you worry too much, and this and that. And then when it's all said and done, the things that you were afraid of the most didn't happen. It was your head playing tricks with you, and that's what this card does. So that's going to be my reading for today, and I would like, definitely, I'm still hoping to try to get back to normal, to do normal readings, but Michelle works crazy hours, being management and so forth. You never know when she's going to come in. Then I got the kids to deal with, and you know uh, there's been some days over the past week that I haven't felt real hot, so yeah, kind of issues like that. But either way, I'm trying to get back on schedule and do my readings every day. So I've missed posting them. I do them. I just sometimes I don't get around to actually posting them. It just all depends on if I'm able to sit down peacefully like I can at the moment and do the reading. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll be back.